Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be a reading for Leo energy. We are in the opening of the Lionsgate 8/8 portal. Really powerful times. So this reading will definitely resonate for all my Leo, Sun, Moon, and risings, but I also feel like there's collective messages in here that everybody could definitely benefit from at this time, being that we have so much strong, powerful Leo energy collectively. All right. So the first card that we had come out is the North Node, number 41, breaking down to a 5, which talks about change. And the North Node points out the best areas for us to focus our talents and our wills. The North Node shows us the area of our gifts. It represents destiny. And it's directly opposed to the South Node, which, by the way, also came out, which is a little more serious and restrictive. There may be something going on with your nodes. I know they've been coming up for me, and it could just be this energy of asking you to look at your life's purpose. There's definitely a very destined energy that comes along with the North Node. The corresponding card is the 10 of Cups, so it's like what fulfills you, what makes you happy, what makes you feel fulfilled. It's your positive karma, your rewards. It's this energy of like being in the right place at the right time, being in the flow, trusting destiny, and I wouldn't doubt that there's some meaningful exchanges that take place in this energy. Now, this portal is going to be open, I want to say, through like the 16th. That could be wrong. It could be more like the 12th. I don't have it written down, but I know they say there's like this 16-day portal. But honestly, I've been picking up on this energy since shortly after the 7/7 gateway. So really, really powerful time to tap into your life purpose, to tune into deeper awareness around what brings you fulfillment, to get very honest with yourself on like what you want to do, what mark you want to make on the world. And then we have number 47. What's that breaking down to an 11? Master number teacher. And this is the Grand Cross, the provoker. So the Grand Cross is said to be an area of tension in the chart, but it's also a great catalyst for movement and for change. The Grand Cross occurs when four planets form this perfect cross across the sky. It's also called the Grand Square, I believe. And squares in the last astrological chart can cause tension and restriction. Oppositions as well are seldom soft aspects. They come with the pressure to grow and with the will to like exceed any limitations that are put in your path. The Grand Cross is said to be the most rare and intense of all. It represents the four directions in mythology. It's also called the Cosmic Cross, symbolic of the four seasons, equinoxes, solstices, as well as the cross quarter days, indicating like a period of your life when your life may seem like at a cross, right? So it's this energy of pressure, and in this pressure, you could take the opportunity that brings about more discipline. There is some frustration here. Maybe being a little overwhelmed by the reality of certain situations. But it makes you take a good, realistic look at the future. It's not a good time to act on impulse. And then we have number 8, which is of no surprise to me. In fact, I'm kind of shook that it's the only 8 out here. But in this deck, it talks about the 8 represents Cryon. I'm probably saying, I'm pretty sure I say it wrong every time. It's either Chiron or Chiron, I don't know. But it's the wounded healer. And when this card comes up, healing needs to take place before you're able to deal with your matter. Certain sorrows of like your deep past might be surfacing, so just be careful of like repeating old patterns. And I hate to say it, but this will probably resurface until it's faced directly head on. And if it's not faced, then the pain's just going to continue. This is an awakening time when you can resolve things. Not saying it's going to be easy, but this is a card of great transformation. This energy we're in is energy of great transformation. So in many ways, you're rising from the swamps. One must see the darkness before there's light. And Chiron's energy says that once we're able to heal ourselves, then we can also take this gift or wound and learn how to restore others. We can mend our wounds when we embrace this process and understand the gift of illness or dysfunction. Chiron is also an expert in alchemy, which gives us the ability to transform, the mundane into the marvelous. Chiron is a blending of the energies of Saturn and Uranus, meaning just don't throw out the old. There's wisdom there, but you should also embrace the bold and the new. Chiron also governs quantum physics, medicine, astrology. So there could be some health matters that need to be looked at. This may have to do with some emotional healing. So, any mind, body, spirit teachings or interactions that you can, put your focus into is going to be very beneficial at this time. It's also a time of teaching and learning. So schools might figure in at this time. You may be wanting to research something or learn something new, especially pertaining to your healing, to your growth, to your spirituality. The symbol for Chiron is a key. You can see it right here. And I feel like this card says that you have the key to open the right doors at your asking. But to do this, you'll have to work with the wounded or the downtrodden in some way. It's a bridge between the tangible and the intangible. It's about facing yourself, right? Journeys, especially those of the higher mind, religious ideas, deep spiritual growth, journeys through the darkness, especially like after abandonment or endings. But it's this deep inner healing that wants to take place right now. What happens is when we hold on to trauma or illness, dis-ease, It needs to project out in some way, and this has given us an opportunity to see some of that stuck energy and to release it, transform it, alchemize it. What are we at? Oh shit. Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to do that. I usually cut it off before the 10-minute mark so I can put it on TikTok, but that's all right. They'll just have to come over here if they want to see it. All right, the next card we had is number 39, breaking down to a 12, which breaks down to a 3. This card was the first card that came out in the Cancer reading that I did for the Lionsgate. I just uploaded that. I think it just uploaded. I had accidentally uploaded the wrong version of it. So I had to delete it and re-upload it. I believe it's uploaded by now. That was a really good reading. A lot of collective messages in there as well, being that we just got out of Cancer season. So I definitely recommend checking that out also. All right, so the air element. And the air talks about thinking and the mind, putting some mental effort into things before, going head in. It's like thinking first. What's coming in is that those governed by air signs are more mentally inclined to, and they're more mentally inclined, and they tend to distance their emotions. So that may be something that might help you with this healing process, distancing your emotions from the situation and just going about it in a very logical way. Especially we're just coming out of this 777 portal, and my guides told me that the 777 portal was literally going to be lasting up until the 88 portal, which we are now in. 1 second, I got some. All right, coming back. Sorry about that. My father-in-law was at the door bearing gifts. I believe where I was at was talking about how we're the 777 portal was lasting all the way up until the 88 portal. And the 777 portal was all about, the number 7 is, it's a very spiritual number, but it also has to do with analyzing, reasoning, our willpower, our ability to use our logical mind. And then we have number 42, breaking down to a 6. The South Node, life steps. And the South Node usually represents a karmic point in our charts where certain matters need to be discharged or cast off in order to develop and move on towards greater things. And while the North Node opens doorways, the South Node represents these karmic debts which can make life circumstances hard. But neither one are all good or bad luck, right? In fact, when it comes to the nodes, what will be given is what has been earned, right? There's no other way of getting there without the toil and effort. The South Node's also the key to what's been left unfinished or unresolved in your life. It's what we bring not only from our childhoods but also from past lives. So it's a turning point, right? It's a time of endings and beginnings. Understand that there's something that's about to close that has probably been held in place for a long time. Right? Familiar ways will end, ushering you forward into new ways and through different developments. But you're ready to step out of the rut and align yourself with a higher vision. The South Node's also about being prepared for what comes next, and that means being experienced. There's no winging it at this time, or your plans will probably sink. Right? Sometimes when the South Node's activated, it'll take several tries to kind of get what you're after. You could even receive an unexpected rejection, or just something comes up that just really didn't go your way. You could be asked to do extra hours or do extra tasks, longer hours. The good news is, even though things might be a little bit tough at the current moment, it's still a time that's highly in your favor. You're about to hook up with people in your soul tribe. You're settling down a foundation for your future marvelous life, right? Even though some doors are closing, it's like the universe conspiring in your favor, dropping in what needs to be included in your recipe and taking out what is no longer relevant or useful. All right, let's get some tarot. I was going to go with Light Seers today. Let's see what comes up for my lions. Let me know in the comments if you guys have an affinity towards Lyrian beings. I know I see them in meditation all the time. I see lions and Lyrians in meditation all the time. I don't even have any Leo in my chart. But there's something just so powerful that resonates so deeply within me with lion energy. Anyway, coming back, we just had the Six of Cups throughout. So that's interesting that just came out as I'm talking about the lions coming through in meditation. The Six of Cups is about remembering. It's literally about like remembering something from the past that was nostalgic, good times, things that made you happy in the past. There's a gift that's coming in. We got 2 sixes. Jeez, these cards are just kind of flying out. Oh my God. Okay, I guess we're taking them all. Let me just clear some of these so we can see what the heck is going on here. Okay, so we've got the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the Page of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Let me just see if anything else wants to come out. This is a give and take energy that needs to take place. Somebody isn't giving, somebody's not very giving, and there needs to be an opening or a release here. Maybe that's what you're letting go of. Somebody that just I'm hearing is on a different wavelength now, or not very giving. You're noticing that they're not very open, or this could be your energy where you're not really sure about giving to a certain situation, or you're trying to figure out where you want to invest. And I do feel like this definitely could be material, but it's also emotional. I feel there's some accomplishments that really want to be made here, as well as this Ten of Cups energy. It's like you're not paying attention to the old things that were draining you, taking from you, not bringing about this sense of balance. On the bottom, we have the Justice card as I'm talking about balance, and the Emperor is in reverse underneath it. Underneath that is the Devil. Yeah, there's definitely, for somebody, there's somebody that was blocking your flow, blocking your abundance, blocking your emotions as well. But I feel like you're able to see things more clearly now. You're able to feel things and navigate with your intention, with your intuition. It's funny that came out intention, but it is, right? It's intentionally choosing where you're going to invest your time and your money and your emotions. And this Merkaba looking field around her is really standing out. It's like getting your energy together, getting everything set up, balance, restored. There's a feeling of learning and growth, evolution that's coming forward, and a sense of a happy family life, a happy home life. And they're talking about the need to feel this now. Right? It's the feeling of the emotions that manifests the physical reality. So when you feel it, that which you want, you know, then it comes easily and effortlessly. We've got the tiger, which again is strong intuition. It's a very passionate energy. It's the lunar force. We've got wolf, frog in reverse, and shark in reverse. Yeah, somebody around you was sneaky or destructive. This could have been your own self for some of you, like lying to yourself, or yeah, like, you know, kind of self-sabotage. But I feel like this is what was draining you, and now you're practicing letting go and therefore releasing, detoxing. The frog is literally about clearing everything that is no longer, you know, relevant. And we've been going through this process over and over, you know, finding new things to clear and level up, clearing and leveling up. Let's see. There is a message of family here, of tribe, support. You are supported. I feel like this is like you figuring out your own strength, like stepping into, I feel like this tiger energy is you, and the wolf, I feel like this is your guides, like you're protected. And yes, you're going through this cleansing, but it's like trust in the flow. On the bottom, we've got solitude. This might be what some of you really need, is just to take the time to forgive. The scorpion's also isolation. It's and then we got the snake, beautiful. It's your unawakened magic that comes alive through this solitude, through getting very honest, getting very real. There's a very passionate energy here with all of these three cards here. It's, I mean, look at the colors even. It's, there's some passion that's being ignited within you, whether you realize it or not. And this is what's going to allow you to create this new path of success, of abundance. There's some creative potential. Just don't fight the flow. Go with the flow. Grow with the flow. Yeah, the octopus and the butterfly talks about, the octopus talks about boundaries. And so I'm talking about going with the flow. We have the turtle come out with the dragon. All right. I think that's enough. This is big transformation here. Go with the flow. Make sure that you're paying attention to the things that interest you, the studies that might stand out to you. There's so much more to be learned when you go deeper into things. The dragon is this ancient energy that's coming forward again. Like we're picking up like even past life type energies. But the dragon allows you to kind of see, it's like a bridge between the inner and the outer dimensions. Also talks about the solar plexus. It's about seeing your beauty. It's about being courageous and following through with your inner visions. What does your inner vision look like? What does your future look like? And can you get a sense of it now? And the turtle talks about being productive. We got the patience card that came out. The turtle is a very grounded energy, very low to the earth, very centered. There could be something in productivity, like getting things done, maybe making a list. at nighttime or right away when you wake up, of things that you want to get done. And then we got voyage again, that come out right on top of the turtle. The turtle is also about taking an adventure or taking a trip. Some of you might really feel guided to take a trip, even like overseas. It could be. This whale is really standing out to me. The whale talks about going deep, knowing that that which you're seeking is also seeking you. We've got stand still, openness, and then we still had solitude over here with patience. It's like trust the journey. All of these cards, you know, aside from the voyage, but the voyage seems like the gateway. It's like the portal, right? These are all essentially very similar energies. It's that 0 point energy that wants some of your attention at this time. If you're not meditating, you're missing out. I feel like there's some ideas that will come through, connecting to your inner vision, being open and receptive and available for the messages from spirit, taking the time to get to know yourself, to figure out what you like, what you don't like, to also figure out your emotional landscape, why you feel the way you feel. We've got freedom and protection. Yeah, so it's letting go of people, places, or things that have been really holding you back. Purification, detoxing all of that shit out of your life, finding your freedom, taking the risks, taking the trips, taking a chance, going deeper, trusting in the intuition, taking the time to connect with spirit and be still and connect with your soul. That's mind, body, soul connection here. You are protected. Success is coming your way. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing and commenting. Please share this out with someone who would appreciate the message or could use it. Please also make sure that you are subscribed and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Love you guys.